Hello everyone, this is Suraj. Today we're talking about difference between client-side and server-side programming and server-side programming. So let's talk about it. So first is what is client-side programming? Okay, so client-side programming is run in the user browser. Client-side programming is runs in the user browser. Okay, it control UI behavior, form validation, animation, dynamic update, and languages basically used like JavaScript, HTML, CSS. Example. Let's take if you click a button, then what happens? A pop-up opens without refreshing the page. A pop-up opens without refreshing the page. This is client-side programming. Client-side programming. Okay, let's talk about the server-side programming. Server-side programming runs on the server. Runs on the server. It handles database operation, authentication, business logic, API processing, and language we basically use like C Sharp, .NET, Java, Node.js, Python, PHP, etc. Let's take example. When you log in, your username password is verified in database. In database. Okay, that is server-side programming. Okay, what is runs? Let's take what is run. Where is run? So the client side run on browser. On the server side, run on the server. Okay, so security difference, will it take security difference? So in client side, visual to use. Visual to user, less secure. And can be modified using browser tools. Modify using browser tool. Okay, let's talk about the server side. So this is hidden from user. More secure. Control sensitive operation. Okay. Never trust client side validation alone. Client side validation. Okay. Always validate on server. Okay. Let's take example flow in real world. So let's take a step one. First step. So user fill the login form. Client side basically basic validation. What they do, they have basic validation like required field, and then step two. Data sent to server. Server side. Check database. Go to step 3. Server is send respond. Client side. Show success or error message. Both work together. Okay. So let's take performance difference. So in client side, faster UI interaction. reduce server load, and in server side, handle heavy logic, manage data security. Okay, so let's take a simple definition. Client-side programming run on the browser. Run in the browser and handle user interface. Handle user interactions. While server side programming runs on server and handle business logic, database, database operation, and security. Okay, so let's take a simple comparison. Comparison. In client side, run in the browser. Handle UI, less secure, use Java's. Take server side. This is run on server. Handle logic and database. It are more secure. Then uses backend language. Okay, so let's take a final advice. A complete web application need both front end called client side and back end. Together they build full stack application. That's it. So let's take some repeat it. The topic is client side and server side programming. So what is client side programming? Client side programming is done in user browser. It controls UI validation, animation, formulation, dynamic update. Language is JavaScript, HTML, CSS, React, etc. Let's take an example. If you click a button, a pop-ups open without refreshing the page. This is client-side programming. Server-side programming runs on the server. It handles database operation, authentication, business logic, API process, etc. Language use C Sharp, Java, Node, PHP, Python, etc. Let's take example. When you log in, your username password is verified in database. That is server-side programming. Where it is run? Server-side run browser. Client-side run in browser. Server-side run in server. Security difference. Client-side visible to user. Less secure. Can be modified using browser tool. Server-side hidden from user. This is more secure, control sensitive data. And the key point. Never trust client-side validation alone. Always validate on server. Example flow. Real world. Step 1. Let user fill the login form. Client side. Basic validation applied. Required fields. Then go step 2. Data sends to server. Server side check the database. Step 3. Server side response. Client side show the error message. Success or error message. Both work together. Solely performance difference. Client side faster UI interactions. Reduce server loading. Server side handle heavy logic. Manage data security. Let's check definition. Client side programming run in the browser and handle user interaction, while server side programming runs on the server and handle business logic, database operation and security. Let's take simple comparison. Client side run in browser, handle EUI. This is less secure. Use JavaScript. Server side run on the server, handle login DB and DB. This is more secure. User backend use backend language. Final advice: a complete web application need both front-end servers, front-end client side, back-end server side. Together they build full stack applications. That is about. Thank you.